Naga Siren.
Hi guys, welcome to the first Super Talk Time, where I discuss strategy or just whatever I feel like talking about in games.
Prepare for battle.
This time it's we're gonna start off with Dota 2. So I'm playing as one of my favorite heroes from Dota 1. He's top 2 at best. The other being Darkseer. Darkseer is so much fun. But Meepo is quite the unusual hero because his ultimate allows him to have 4 of himself when you have it max leveled. And this is a very strange thing because in a game where you control typically one hero, micro is not the biggest issue. But with heroes such as Lone Druid, Enigma, Nature's Prophet, people that have multiple units that they need to control, micro is essential. And if you came from a Warcraft 3 background, and for the for the most part StarCraft 2 as well, or StarCraft, you know that microing your units can have great benefit. So I'm gonna be talking to you about just a little bit of strategy behind Meepo. So his first ability though is called Earthbind. It's your typical net, similar to Naga Siren, who's also in the game. But instead of just one target, it nets an entire area. Unfortunately for level 1 and 2, the net range for throwing it is kind of short, so it's not as super effective as the level 3 and 4. Also, the cooldown is fairly high for one Meepo, 20 seconds. Second ability is Poof. It's a teleport that allows him to teleport to himself or another Meepo. You can use this as an escape, you can use this as kind of a free teleport. It does damage from the leaving area and the re-entering area. So if you teleport to yourself, the damage will be done in the same area. You can also use it to gank people, bait. You have one Meepo running around, they think it's alone, you bring your other 2 or 3, and they've got a full team to fight against. His third ability is called Geostrike. This kind of rounds him out. It adds a slow to his attack, and with 4 Meepos, each of the Meepos can add a stack to the Geostrike. And so you'll have 4 Geostrikes simultaneously on a unit, which slows him down quite a bit. It also does a little bit of damage over time, but not enough to make it a super damage over time attack. And divided we stand. This is his hallmark ultimate. It divides them into up to 4, 5 if you have Aghanim Scepter. But each of them you can control independently. They don't get any of the items except for the tread, or except for the boots that the original Meepo has. They also gain 25% of any stats that you get from any item.
The battle begins.
Probably gonna dig a grave or two before this is done.
So, a few topics, of the finer points and most important points of Meepo to pay attention to, which I'll go into a little more depth later on. Is first, Meepo is a very micro-oriented character, so you have to be able to pay attention to everything that's going on. Everything around you, map awareness, important. How much life you have, important. Knowing where everyone is, important. Knowing which Meepo you are controlling at the time is important. You can kind of make this a little simpler by using number queues. So you can put all of your Meepos on 1, and you can put the main Meepo on 2 if you want to just move that one, or you can divide them up between 1 through 5. 5 when you have Aghanim Scepter. But to scroll through the Meepos, you have a tab option. Let me go in here and show you where it is. And so here you see Control Group tab. So when you have a control group selected, I have it set to tab. So if I have 1 selected, Meepo, so I'm going to set him to 1. Now if I had 2 Meepos and I was on control group 1, I could just tab over. See how the circle, the green circle, keeps moving? That's because he's the only one in the group. And so if you tab through, this selects the next Meepo in the queue. And so this is an easy way of using Earthbind, netting them down, and then using Poof immediately after to do damage. So it's very important to be able to multitask between the 4 Meepos, or 5, and actively using your spells effectively and efficiently throughout the battle. Since each Meepo is its own Meepo, and each has its own mana pool, you don't have to worry about burning through your mana that quick, even though the cooldowns are fairly short for Meepo. Another way of being able to tell whether your Meepos are in danger or not and selecting them is up here in the corner. They actually have the pictures of the 5 Meepos, if you have 5 at the time, of the Meepos that you have currently. And so it looks very reminiscent of the Warcraft 3 engine with the heroes. And so if you were to, I don't know, say select that, okay? So
Good thinking.
I'm on a creep somewhere over there or whatever. I could click on that, focuses back to Meepo,
What you have in mind?
then I can move him. And since you would have 4 or any number of Meepos, you can see all of their health and mana bars, and if you needed to move one away and you can't quite see where he is on the screen to begin with, you just go up and click his picture and then move him wherever you want.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So, level advantage, very important. You want as many Meepos on the field as you can get. That'll give you so much more power, so much more effectiveness with net and poof. Meepo More takes damage, a little bit of more microing, attacking, more fun. The strategy that's typical is to get auras on him. So as you can see here, let me pause this for a second. I have Drum of Endurance, which gives movement speed. You can get this, or you could also get Assault Curious. Typically, to begin with, you get Drum of Endurance, and then you can swap over to Assault Curious for the attack speed. But the good thing about Drum of Endurance is it gives you move speed also, so that's always essential to when you're trying to catch your opponent. Mechanism, Healing Aura, and bonus regeneration. It does a heal also, not just the aura. Vladimir's Offering, one of the staple items that you have to get for Meepo. The lifesteal is just essential. It's mana regeneration, that's always important for always laying down more nets or poofing. And bonus armor is always good. And then 15% aura bonus damage. That's not too shabby either. And the headdress here, I was going to make a Pipe of Insight, which gives you resistance to spells. It also heals you, so not a bad deal. And then Aghanim Scepter as the final item is always good because you get that 5th Meepo, and that just adds that much more carnage to the action. So, see, those Ancients, I'm level 21 granted, those Ancients don't stand a chance anymore. So, Haunt goes off, and my Meepos are fighting his images. So I'm gonna go up here and help out Naix take down Roche. And so we bring the pain. And you see how fast Meepo does damage. He's taking down Roche like crazy. Meanwhile, Naix is stunned a whole bunch. I'm getting stunned. Meepo brings the pain.
Roshan has fallen to the battle.
Now, if I were to get Aegis at that time, if one of my Meepos died, the Aegis would trigger and all 4 would come back. So that's always fun to have. So what I'm going to show you here in about 20 seconds is a defensive net that I can use to stop the enemies from actually getting this sniper here. And so I'm coming down to join the sniper and push in this lane. And so I decide to walk over into the trees. Nope, I see Enigma right there, so I know he's coming in for a gank. So I'm going to back up here, make sure I'm not caught. So he just kind of walks by me, which is kind of strange. But then they start attacking, so I decided to lay down a net to catch them. And so he was able to get away because of that. It stopped him just before that they were to actually be able to kill him. In about 15 seconds, I'm going to show you what an offensive ensnare does, or earthbind, sorry. Earthbind does in combat. So, I get my level 1 divided we stand. So I have 2 Meepos at this point. And this time I decide that we're going to get this guy. We're going to get Spec. So I lay down a net, trap him there. I hit him, trap him again. He's not able to get away because he's slowed. Unfortunately, I only have 2 Meepos, so I'm not able to net him more than twice. But the sniper's there, so he's able to get the headshot on. So I came mid with one of my Meepos to get some extra experience, because that's what... See, I'm bottom chasing Spectre, but he gets away a little bit, but Sniper is able to shoot him in the face. And so I was going to chase with the other Meepo in mid, but there was no need to because he had already been killed. So I'm splitting my Meepos, trying to maximize my experience gain. So important for Meepo. And I noticed that I'm gonna get squashed between
Radiant's bottom tower
2
is
enemies.
under attack.
So I run away. He could have stunned me, almost did, ran out of range. And then I want to rejoin my other Meepo, so I use Poof. Easy transportation, much cheaper than a town portal. So in about 20 seconds, we're going to see a battle between our 2 teams. So here,
Radiant's bottom tower
they
is
see the
under
guys
attack.
over here. They see Pudge. So they chase after him. I see them chasing, so I try to catch Enigma in a net. Doesn't quite work. Battle starts. Earthshaker stuns. Another missed net by me. I could have sworn I got Lena that time, but I didn't. So she's backing off. They're fighting here. I go over to help out. The sniper goes down. So I start wailing on Troll Lord. Or not
Radiant's
Warlord.
middle tower is under attack.
So I get stunned. I see that Lena's about to die, so I get her.
I'm done.
And then turn right back around, start laying the smackdown on Spectre. Spectre's not getting away so easily. He turns around because Enigma's there. I'm like, I'm gonna get you before I die. I do. And unfortunately, Enigma kills me, but the job is done. I've got my triple kill. So that just shows you how strong multiple Meepos at one time can be. Effectively 3 heroes at once wailing on 1 hero or multiple heroes.
Radiant's top
So at this
tower
point I
is
have
under
3
attack.
Meepos. And it's
Dire's
very,
middle
very
tower
important
is
for
under
Meepo to
attack.
have a level advantage, as well as a gold advantage. This is he's so weak.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
One Meepo is so weak
Dire's
compared to
middle
all 3 or
tower is
4 of
under
them.
attack.
And so it's very important to try to get as much level advantage as you can. And so as you can see here, I start splitting my Meepos up. And so I have one attacking one creep, one attacking another, and the third one up, he's just kind of chilling for a second until I notice that. And then I attack it. And on each of the Meepos I use Poof to do damage to the creeps to kill them faster. So this gives me gold, this gives me experience at 3 times the rate, since Meepos don't overlap experience. But individually, they gain experience at the same rate as a normal hero. So here I have my 4 Meepos. Level 3 divided we stand. I'll show you how important mech is in a second, because we're going to have a team battle here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So I'm grouped up, ready to go. At this point I can permanet the enemies with my 4 Meepos. So I throw down some nets. Let me pause it here to show you. Because Enigma lays down a black hole. My Meepos are right here in the middle of it. So as you can see, my Meepo right, if I can select him, my Meepo's right there in the middle. He has the very low HP level, and so I'm most likely going to die. And right as, here's my main Meepo right here. right as Black Hole finishes, I throw off the mech. Heals up my Meepos, and I'm able to commence the smackdown on everybody around me.
Monster kill. Triple kill.
Picked them off.
There's so many Meepos that they didn't even realize that Earthshaker was there. I kept them trapped. Earthshaker came in, threw off his ult, which destroyed them. And as
So here I'm gonna
Nate
show you
said, out
just what I mean by level advantage here.
If you look at my level, I'm level 18. I am the highest level out of everyone in the game. Sniper is the only one that's close to me at 16. Everyone else is 14, 13. This means I have a good 4 to 5 levels on anybody else. So my strength is that much greater because I have more stats, more abilities, more power.
Alright, in a little bit, I'll show you from a net.
Out.
Now, it's,
Radiant's
Earthbind
middle
has a
tower is under
cooldown of
attack.
8 seconds for level 4. Each net has a duration of 2 seconds for
Radiant's
netting.
bottom barracks.
Now,
are
if you can
Radiant's
do the
bottom
math,
barracks
with 4
has
Meepos, as soon as the 4th net runs out, you can immediately Earthbind again to continue the cycle of netting. So, the heroes will never get away. And they shouldn't.
fallen. Radiant's
So I
middle
throw down
tower
a net.
is under attack.
Wait 2 seconds, throw a net. Wait 2 seconds, throw a net. Rinse, wash, repeat.
You got some
Expect
dirt on
instant
you.
chance.
Here's some more.
And then I turn right around. Oh, I missed the net. Oh well, I don't care. I missed the second net. I don't care either. Oh well. What do? Mechanism, heal up. Oh, I saw that coming. Throw a net. Trap them.
Radiant's middle
Net.
tower is
Enigma
under
dead.
attack.
Net. Keep that cycle going over and over again. You can whittle away the enemies one by one at a pretty fast rate. Now add in any extra heroes on your side to the battle, and
So,
they're
thanks
dead.
for watching.
I hope this helped out, beginner players. I'm no pro. I don't pretend to be. But I like to give some help to the people that need it or want it. Woohoo! If you need more clarification, go ahead and ask me, send me a message, whatever. But hopefully I explained, just the general direction that Meepo can be played in. If you start off with the most basic and try to strengthen your abilities that way, then you'll most likely break even at a decent pace. So until next time, bye bye.